Good morning, Washington, Baltimore, and all the ships at sea. This is Big Dave here on Dave TV. How y'all doing? It's Christmas Eve, the 24th of December, 2012. And you can see my place is decked out in Christmas joy. I don't know, man. I honestly find, the less I get up for Christmas, the less I come down after. Okay? It's one of those holidays that's like, I don't know. I don't have kids. I guess if I had kids, it would be something different. But, you know, being a guy, living alone, kind of in my own little world, I find Christmas is just, I really get down on all the commercialism of it and the, you know, buy, return, crowded stores. You know, it's like, yeah! So I hang out. Yesterday, hung out with some relatives, my sister and my niece, my nephew and his wife. We all hung out and had a really nice time. Went to a nice lunch, which I paid for, and walked around Reston Town Center and looked at the Christmas lights over there and had a really great time and kind of did the memory tour. Got in the car and drove around Northern Virginia, Reston, Herndon area, and looked at all the old houses where we used to live and all the memories. And then for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, I usually hang out with friends. I usually find, you know, that seems to work better for that. So I hope you're doing a cool thing for Christmas and having a good time and whatever. One of my favorite Christmas movies, yeah. The Bishop's Wife, Cary Grant. Really good. One of my favorite Christmas movies. It was on TCM last night, and if you can catch that, if you can get DVD it or download it or something, that's always one of my favorite Christmas movies. So do check it out. Okay, so what's the Christmas Eve edition of Dave TV to be today? Bum 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 bum. It's Santa Claus. It's going to be a quick look at what Santa should bring some local radio stations. Okay? All right. I'm going to go into the eternal. Let's go down the radio dial. 88.5. Let's start there. 88.5 WAMU. What should Santa bring WAMU? You know, WAMU's got... I don't know. I think what Santa should bring WAMU is a musical... co-station. Wouldn't it be nice if Santa gave WAMU another frequency that they could play with and actually put a really cool music-based format on, like 90.1 C-SPAN radio? I'm not against C-SPAN radio, but C-SPAN is on. You can get it on the internet. You get it on the TV. Do we really need to get it on the radio dial here in Washington? You know. Nobody's listening to it. There's not a significant audience for 90.1 WCSP. It would be nice if Santa said, okay, I'll give that 90.1 frequency to WAMU and they can put a really cool, like, XPN-ish format from, like, you know, a really cool music format, you know, that's a non-commercial music format geared to, like, a whole bunch of cool stuff. That's what Washington really needs on the public radio dial. And, that's what I think Santa should bring WAMU. That's what I think. Going down the dial, blah, 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 89.3 WPFW. Hey, they could do it there. I think Santa should bring WPFW, perhaps some better programming, some more music programming, make it more of a music station. Again, some cool jazz, some blues, some classic soul, and then really make, you know, that if that station switched to, you know, mainly music, I think, you know, Santa would be very happy. What else? Let's go down the dial. We're going down. 91, 92. Okay, well, let's go to okay, what the hell, let's stop at 92.7, WTEM, 94.3, 980. You know, I think Santa needs to bring ESPN 980, we'll call it that, WTEM, a better signal, like 105.1. Somehow Dan Snyder and Salem should do some kind of a swap of signals where, I don't know, Dan Snyder should just give all of his signals. Give them all. Give 92.7, 94.3, 980, and 570. Just give them all to Salem for 105.1. That would be a good swap. Okay, Salem would get 4 signals there where they could do weird things like put that fish format on or whatever, and at the same time Dan Snyder would get a killer FMer at 105.1. It's a shame 105.1. It's a great signal and it gets no ratings under Salem. Nobody's listening to that, And if you're going to put stuff that no one's listening to, why put it on a killer signal? Put it on some fringy signals. What the hell? So I think Santa should bring Dan Snyder and ESPN 980 a better signal, and 105.1 would be the signal. Did I say 105.9? I meant 105. If I said 105.9, I meant 105.1. Blah, 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 blah. Going down the dial, blah, 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 blah. DC 101. I jumped way down there, didn't I? Santa should bring DC 101. DC 101 is a credible station, but it really needs to be a cool station again. It just sounds like a Clear Channel cookie cutter rocker, alt rocker. It really needs to get some more local, kind of really, really localize the station and maybe have a program director that, or music director that plays more of a local feel to the station. I don't know. If Santa wanted to be cool, Santa would bring DC a really cool rock station. Something like XRT in Chicago, or like what the Globe was becoming before CBS destroyed it there on 94.7 a couple years back. Remember the WTGB? A really cool rock station. Something that's just a giant mix of all these cool rock songs. And what Santa should also bring Washington, perhaps, is a really cool effing oldie station with live and local DJs and stuff like that, like Johnny Dark and Davy Jones and some really classic stuff like that. I think that would be so cool. But will Santa do it? Nah. What should Santa bring WMAL? A better morning show, perhaps, and a live and local afternoon show. Sean Hannity just doesn't cut it. That's what Santa should bring a WMAL. What should Santa bring CBS in Washington? Radio. Man, they need a lot. Santa should bring WNEW better signals. Something that's inside the Beltway FMer. Santa should bring the Globe. Santa should bring Fresh FM, better marketing. I think Fresh FM needs to go to a Now or an AMP CBS format with a more full-on top 40 contemporary hit approach as opposed to that kind of wishy-washy Fresh format. What is better marketing for PGC, better signal for JFK. Santa needs to bring a lot to CBS, and I don't know. JFK does. It needs better. I don't know. It needs fixing. Okay, let's just say JFK needs fixing, and Santa needs to fix JFK. It really does. And I'm not going to get into all that again, but there's something wrong with JFK. Something's wrong with it. Blah, 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 blah. What should Santa bring WTOP? More signals. The Hubbard cluster in Washington. Perhaps they need more signals. I don't know. I think what Santa should do is Santa should bring WTOP or Hubbard is something for 1500, like a really cool. Maybe they could put that really cool oldies format on 1500. I don't know. Federal News Radio is good, but I don't know. It makes money, I guess, but something needs to be done with the old 1500. Something. What else? I know what Santa could bring CBS in Washington. They could bring it WTOP. Steve Swenson comes down and opens a little present there in his tree in the morning. Oh my gosh, it's WTOP. We got it. Yeah. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? All right, folks. I don't know. I'm just bloviating here. It's almost the 10-minute mark for Dave TV on Christmas Eve, and there's some interesting what Santa should bring. I didn't cover Baltimore. I know. Well, let's do Baltimore. What could Santa bring in Baltimore? Santa could bring Hearst, WBAL, an FM, a good FM frequency. I think that's what they could use. BAL desperately needs to move to FM, and then what then Hearst could do is then flip maybe the 1090 signal over to a sportsy talker, and really go at it with CBS there on 105.7. Now that would be cool. But Santa could bring CBS in Baltimore. They could bring a full signal, a big signal for HFS 97.5. Now that would be cool, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be cool? Like 99.1. Santa could bring a better signal for El Zal too. Santa should bring a better signal for WRNR and a better signal for WTMD. Santa should bring better signals for everybody. Isn't there a way, some technology where we could get better signals for everybody? A giant tower in Laurel, Maryland, and a new digital FM frequency band somewhere, and then we could put all the Baltimore and Washington stations on in crystal clear digital and really powerful signals in the middle of the market, so everybody in the whole Washington, Baltimore area could hear everything, and all the AM stations would get moved to FM digital. Okay, it wouldn't be this piggyback thing where we're putting digital signals on the side carriers of existing stations like HD Radio is. This would be a fully committed digital band. Okay, it'd be a just giant block of digital FM frequencies, and everybody'd be on there, and there'd be a giant 4,000-foot tower in Laurel, Maryland, and the signal would go from Harrisburg to Richmond, and from Salisbury to Kaiser, West Virginia, and everybody in that area could hear all the Washington radio stations in crystal clear digital stereo, FM and AM, everything. Now, wouldn't that be? Now, that's okay, Santa. That's what I want for Christmas. All right, folks. Thanks for watching DCR TV on this Christmas Eve edition. Ho, ho, ho. And go Redskins against Dallas next week. Hey, that's going to be a damn good game. And Ravens, hey, maybe the Super Bowl. It could be the Super Bowl, Redskins and Ravens. Nah, I don't think so, but we can only hope, can't we? We can dream. Maybe Santa Claus should bring that. Redskins, Ravens, Super Bowl. Thanks. Get busy, Santa. All right, folks, thanks for watching Dave TV. Have a very, very Merry Christmas.